Have you ever wondered how to draw art like this, and this? You watched their speed paint, but somehow you couldn't manage to draw it in a certain amount of time. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how I do my art and how you can do it too. By the way, I'm using Clip Studio Paint, but don't click off because Photoshop also shares the same function that I'm going to use. You can see right now I have this window on my right. It's called the sub-view window, a perfect place to put your reference in. In cases you don't have this is how you got it. You go to Window, right here, scroll down till you find the word sub-view, press on it, and then here. Now, at first you won't have anything in here. You need to press the folder icon to open up your files. So here it is, my reference right here. Now we're going to press OK and import it in. It's the same for any tabs, like this color palette tabs or the layer tab. You just need to go to Window and select it. After adjusting my workspace, now I can focus more on the art itself. Right now I'm using the pen tool, basic round brush, and just drawing the shapes that I see. For fast adjustment, you can choose this tool right here, the selection tool. After select the area that you want to move, you need to press the button Ctrl T on your keyboard. This will allow you to move the subject around. And click OK when you're satisfied with the position. And then you will press Ctrl D. This will unselect. Now I would want to make a new layer and draw upon this one, but since it's too distracting with this black line, I can either turn its opacity down or click this button right here to select a new color for the whole of this layer. You can also change its color by pressing Layer Color, and now you can select a darker color so you can easily see it. I'm going to adjust its opacity a little bit so I can also see it clearly but not being distracted from it. And then I will repeat the process until I'm satisfied with my sketch. To not waste your time, I will speed up the video and get back to you soon when I use the next tool.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before the new. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems. I like to be weighing my patience. Stay up, I feel so outdated. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow, I think I'll chew it.
For the tool that she's performing on, I'm going to use the Ellipse tool, and then I will go to Tools Property. Like said, if you don't have this tab, you can also go to Window and find Tool Properties. With this Tool Properties, I will choose Create Line, and then I go down and adjust its brush size. With this line size, I'm trying to match the line to have the size equivalent to the silhouette of the ring. Then I will press Ctrl T and likewise adjust its position until it's matched. And then I will do minor details and fill in the base color.
I like to be weighing my patience. Stay up, I feel so outdated. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow, I think I'll chew it.
So right now I'm blocking in the silhouette of my character. I'm doing this because later on the process, I will add more effects like lightning and shadow. Having this layer consists of her silhouette, I can easily make a new layer above and clip to the layer below. And when you do that, everything you draw on the above layer will only stay within the silhouette of the below layer. And now for the ceiling and the background, you can see that there are squares and rectangle panels. Instead of drawing lines and color it in, choose the rectangle tools. After create one rectangle like this, I will use the laser tool to select it. After selecting it, I will press Ctrl T. And now I can transform the object. But wait, I'm not transforming it. What I will do is I will go to the Tools property and click on the button Keep Original Image. If I click this button, it will create another copy of this rectangle. Now I have two rectangles. What I will do is I will hold Shift on my keyboard and drag the rectangle over a little bit. Now I have two rectangles in line. Now I will repeat the process, selecting the two rectangles, duplicate it, and I have 4. Having 4, I select 4, duplicate it, and I have 8. I have 8, select 8, duplicate it, I have 16 rectangle until I create a floor of rectangle. And then I will lower its opacity or choose a layer color like the beginning I did in this video, just to see through it. The next things I do is that I will click on the thumbnail of the layer full of rectangle I've created while holding Control on the keyboard. After doing this, I have select all the rectangles that I created within that layer. I go to Tools Properties, select Mode, and choose Distord. This allows you to distort that bunch of rectangles that you draw. Make sure that I have clicked off the Keep Original Image function at the beginning that I used to copy, because you don't want to copy this, you want to transform and distort it. Then I move the points until it's match all the angle that I draw in my sketch to create the ceiling. I'm also considering the perspective right here. This picture has a 3-point perspective. I'm adjusting this point in consideration of the perspective of it to make sure it looks good and correct with this perspective. If you don't know about perspective yet, please consider subscribing to my channel because I'm planning to make videos about them in one of my next videos. Then I will uncolor the layer and turn all of its color into gray. The ceiling's gray, the walls gray, everything's gray. This is because the concept of the world that I'm building, she's living in something very grayish. Having done the local color, this is when the fun parts happen. Shadows and lightning time. Right now I'm jumping to the background and just adding color like how traditional artists do on their canvas. Actually, I will use many layers and blending modes towards the ending of this video. But right now, I just want to play with color and see how the light and the shadows turns out.
I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing.
You know, when you look on the ceiling, there's a bunch of tubes and fans and other things, electricity that you don't understand. Well, I'm trying to replicate that on my ceiling right here, but in a simple way.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence.
You know, the character is performing on this ring thing, and part of her body is covered by the ring, and so part of the ring is covered by her body. I don't want to erase either of them, so what I will do here is using clipping masks. You can see now that her toes is on the ring, but I want her legs and feet is behind the ring. Using clipping masks allow me to do that without erasing neither the feet or the ring. What I would do is I would click on this icon right here. It's a symbol of clipping mask. When you click this, it will immediately create another square next to your layer. You press on that square and then you choose an eraser or just a pen, but don't choose any color, and then you just erase the part that you want to hide. You're not really erasing it because you're erasing on the clipping mask layer, which means you're just hiding it. Trust, if you want to unhide it, you just need to choose any color and color on it. It will appear again. Remember, all of this must be done on the clipping mask layer, which is the white rectangle next to your layer. In Photoshop, this also shares the same function, but Photoshop's black hide when white show. While in Clip Studio Paint, eraser hide, color show. So let's go into some detail and then give her some shading. To shade faster, because I'm lazy, what I'm going to do is make a new layer and set its mode to multiply. I'll choose a warm tone to color her shadows. The part of her nose, eyes, elbows, fingers have more reddish tone.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew.
After finish with the shadow, now I will make a new layer and then I will go to mode and give it a hard light layer. With this hard light layer, which means lighting is hitting very hard on the object. This is where the highlights come in. Congratulations, you have reached the final phase of my art process, that is rendering, adding more light to the lightest and adding more dark to the darkest. All I did here is making new layers and set them to different blending modes. In my example, I'm using the soft light blending mode where parts the lights wouldn't be too bright, and I also used the glow blending modes where I want her skin to glow up. It's the same as using the multiply blending modes or other blending modes. Just make a new layer, go to mode and set it mode. What they used to say is the best always come out at the end. So here's the best for you. A recap. Here's are the tools that really helps to speed me up. First, the sub-wheel window tool. Opening this window up really helps you to jog into your reference faster. Secondly, vector tools. If you remember how I made the ceiling of this paint and also the ring, you can see the power of vector tools such as the ellipse tool and rectangle tools. It really helps you to make beautiful defined lines. Third, distord. Select any objects and distort. It will help you to make quick adjustment and also quick perspective. And finally, blending modes. Different blending modes will really help to speed you up. Since you don't have to think like a traditional artist, blending mode will mostly do it for you. And if you watch till the end of this part, you know what you're gonna do. Yep, subscribe to my channel. Cause you know what I'm gonna do next week? I don't know either. But you must subscribe. Cause why? Cause I only have 100 subscribers and now I'm a small YouTuber and no one knows me and care about me. This is very sad. I'm gonna cry, so that's why subscribe. Anyway, have a creative day and goodbye.